Breaking news, my lovely, wonderful people. How can you pray for an illegitimate, incompetent government to be good? Aisha Yesufu tackled Nigerians. Well, my lovely, wonderful people, a lot of things have been going on in recent, day and age, and recently we can see that a lot of people, a lot of persons have been reacting, and one of such persons also include Aisha Yesufu, who have termed, the government illegitimate, incompetent, and, a government who have not been meeting its obligation as a government and doing right by the people. And he is asking the question. He said, some people are going ahead and praying for an illegitimate thing to become legitimate. Incompetent, they are praying for it to be good, instead of looking out for what is right, what is good, what is needed to move this nation forward. So, I mean, if you listen to her, the verdict, the argument, it makes sense. However, people have different opinion. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details as we understand where Aisha Yesufu is coming from with her argument, saying that she doesn't buy into that idea that an illegitimate government will suddenly become good while you are praying for it. Everyone with their opinion, yes? Nigerians activist Aisha Yesufu has tackled Nigerians who are in the habit of praying for an illegitimate, incompetent government to be good. In a post shared on her verified Twitter page, Aisha shared old video of the late Dr. Miles Moreau, founder of the Bahamas Faith Ministry International, where he told people to stop asking God to send someone to heal their countries. The late clergy said to his congregation that they cannot expect righteousness from an unrighteous person, as nothing good can come out from that. A good tree cannot produce bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot produce good fruit. He said this in a video. Stop asking God to send someone to heal your country. Do you know how long people have been praying for their government and their countries are still collapsing? You cannot expect righteousness from an unrighteous person. You know the person is a demon. How do you pray for a demon to be good? The Bible says that when the righteous are in power, the people will rejoice. Not the demons. Who you pray for to be righteous in power. Let's be honest and sincere. The wicked rule the people. They groan. I wonder how many countries are groaning. The poor, the oppressed, the widows, the children, the young people are groaning. People are losing their houses, losing their sanity, losing their jobs, businesses, losing their health, cannot even get a medical attention because they got no money. They are groaning, he said. That's because the wicked are in power. Reacting to the video, he says this is what the late author and clergy has to say. Recently, one of Nigeria's senior clergy says, he believes strongly that Nigeria will be good. Talking about Pastor Kumuyi. And Peter Obi also responded, saying we should not be praying for what is wrong to become right. And this is what Aisha is also referring to, and also going back to a video clip from Miles Moreau, saying people should stop praying that prayer because she doesn't see the truth in that. It looks like we are scamming ourselves. Okay, it looks like you're doing it to yourself. He says so. He doesn't see the truth in that, and he finds it, very disheartening that people would decide to do what they do and come back and say we are praying. We are praying for, a government that is illegitimate to become legitimate. So these are some of the things that are going on, and every single person, is beginning to pay attention, okay, to understand some of those things that are going on, okay. So we need to understand it. We need to ensure that, the truth is being dispensed and we do not have a joke about it. Every time Okay, every time there is need for every single person, for everything, to be put in place, and we make a joke of it, it becomes really ridiculous. So Nigerians, the time to act, the time to make sure that things are done properly is now. Okay, the time to make sure things are done properly is now. You cannot lie to yourself and just assume that all is well. You don't do that. You don't do that. You follow, you do what is right and what is needed to get Nigeria into where it needs to be. Every single one of us, we need to ensure that we rise up. Okay, we need to ensure that we rise up and ensure that things are done properly. Anyway, my lovely, wonderful people, remember that this country belongs to us, and we all must do everything needed to change the course of this nation. Okay, and so every one of us have to rise up. Every one of us needs to ensure, because again and again, to be quite candid, where we hear religious leaders give us their opinion on some of these things, the way they say it makes us feel bad for condemning wrong government. It make us feel bad. They tell us, this, that. We should all really rise up and ensure that we do everything needed to help us get into the right position and do things correctly. So these are some of the things that are going on that makes us, do the right thing and gets us into where we need to be. It is wrong. Anyway, my lovely people, what do you think? What do you think? It is wrong to continue to assume that things will suddenly fall in place if we just talk about it without a real concrete, position to ensure that these things change. It is wrong. So it is what it is. If there's any time that we all need to rise up, if there's any time that we all need to speak and ensure that evil does not continue, this is one of such times. Yes, this is one of such times. So let's do everything that we need to do and bring Nigeria out of the current predicament to get into where it needs to be. Yes, it is what it is. Anyway, my lovely, wonderful people, don't forget that every one of us must do all that is needed and right to ensure that this country turns a new leaf, because if it becomes good, we will all enjoy it. If this country becomes, what we're praying for, we will all enjoy it. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. God bless. Bye for now. Remember, you have a voice. Like us, share, subscribe. Bye-bye.